And we are live. Welcome, guys. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to today's webinar. Let's go ahead and get that music down here. Perfect. Okay, perfect. Awesome. Welcome, guys. Thanks again for everyone joining me here today. So today we're going to be talking about, I'm going to be giving you guys a little bit of an intro about myself before we go ahead and go into today's topic. Now, there's two camps of people that are going to be on here today. Okay, as everyone is joined, there's going to be two camps of people that are going to be on here. There's people who are business owners or people who are aspiring to be business owners. So we're going to look at it from two different perspectives. But what we're going to be talking about today, we're going to be talking about social media. Now, you're thinking, you're coming on, you're like, okay, I'm starting a business or I already have a business. I want you to kind of put yourself in the mindset as to, all right, what is the number one thing that most business owners want? What's the one thing? I want you guys to put in the chat. What's the one thing that most businesses and most business owners want? Clients, sales, ultimately to be able to make more money, to also what? To be able to take care of your family, provide for your family, and also be able to, take those trips that you basically promised your family. But what is the one thing that's getting in the way of that? The one thing that's getting in the way of that is what? No one knows you. But before we go and get into that, I'm going to give you guys a little brief history of me. If you are right now watching this and you don't know who I am, my name is Emmanuel. I am one of the co-founders here of Horizon Results Software Solution. But a little history of me was I started back in 2020 as an insurance agent. I started out selling insurance. 2021, I went into selling insurance door to door. Okay. Now, I don't know if you know what door to door, what entails of selling door to door is. Think about it in this perspective. You don't know me, and I show up to your door, and I'm like, knock, 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 and I was like, hey, I am, I was walking in here, and your neighbor, I helped your neighbor with insurance, and I was, I came in here and I wanted to see if you have your insurance policy or just something to that regard, right? So I'm basically coming into a cold audience that doesn't know who I am, but even weirdly enough, I'm knocking on your door and you don't know me, and I'm have to sell your product. Now, why did I have to do that? Because I needed the money. Someone has to buy a product, but 99% of people are not in that situation where your product is going to be sold door to door, or you're in a position in which door to door sales is not for you. So which means you have to leverage alternative means of getting customers, of getting clients, of actually getting people to buy what you have to sell, what you have to offer. And that's where social media comes in. So, which brings me to the next slide. So social media is taking over. Let me go ahead and pull my screen here so you can see that. Okay, perfect. Social media is taking over. I don't know what I want you to before I even go ahead and go into the next position here, right? I want you to, if you're an iPhone user, okay, if you use an iPhone, if you use an Android, I'm pretty sure if you use an Android, you can find this. But what I want you to do, if you use an iPhone, it's my phone here, I want you to go to settings. Okay, I want you to go to settings and I want you to go to screen time. And then when you go to screen time, settings, screen time, I want you to look at what your daily average is. I don't know if you guys can see this, but my daily average right there is roughly about Let me pull that up. 3 hours and 49 minutes on social media. And what it's even saying is it's 32% down from last week. So 32%, which means I was spending on average 5 hours on social media. I was spending 5 hours. Now, why am I bringing this up? I'm bringing this up for you to think about it this way. The way you utilize social media can be either one, check on your spy exes, check on family and friends, see who just got married, post cat videos, post dog videos. It could be either one of those. That could be either one of the ways in which you go ahead and utilize social media. But I want you to pay attention to this. When you are on any of the social media platform, and if you're not a social media user, that's perfectly fine. But this is how most social media platforms operate. Think about it from a perspective. You're going on social media, right? You're scrolling through your cat videos, scrolling through the videos. You're just going through the videos. You're just going through. And then somewhere, every 2 to 3 scrolls, you pop into an ad. Somebody's trying to sell you something. There's a product. There's someone trying to say, hey, click on this link here and get this. Here's my free offer. Here's this. Get a free trial. Get this. Okay, you go to another 3, and then boom, somebody pops in again like, hey, get my free offer here. Get this. And then you scroll again. It's like, wait, here, we have this beauty product that if you don't have this beauty product, your life is gonna be over. And then you scroll again, another 3 posts, and then the same. You might be, if you've never clicked on a social media ad before, you might be thinking those ads don't work. But there are people out there that make millions of dollars running those same ads that you see. Because guess what? You might not click on it on the first try, but you see it the first time, the second time, the third time, the fourth time, fifth time. You're like, 6th to 7th time. Like, oh my God, I'm going to click on this. Like, oh, okay, well, it's $100. What's $100? And boom, you purchase. What does that mean? That means this: social media is taken over in one of 2 ways. The first way it's taken over in the sense is it's taken over people's attention. You and I, our attention, it's taken over our attention. But 2, it's helping business owners take over, same thing, the people's attention. That's been, basically, your attention is being monetized. So you might be in a position right now of like, okay, all right, I have Facebook, I have Instagram, I have TikTok. And honestly, we work with enough people to understand that not a lot of people want to be social media influencers. And most people who have Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, they're not in a position in which they're like, oh, scrolling through the platforms for, trying to post, be an influencer. They're just there because they enjoy just the, 1 hour passing away, 2 hour passing away, 3 hours passing away. But the reality is this: is social media is, for the most part, taking over most people's lives. But this is not the purpose of this presentation. I'm not kidding to lecture you and tell you about how you need to get off of social media. Oh no, it's an addiction. So the other day, I was having breakfast in the while I was having breakfast, I ordered an omelet, because if you've ever had hotel breakfast, I don't know if you've ever had hotel breakfast, but one thing about hotel breakfast is either, especially if it's a buffet, most of the time it's not real eggs. So I was like, okay, you can make an order for real eggs. So I ordered real eggs. So the manager brings it over, and we're talking. And as the conversation continues to go, interact, she goes, well, I don't have my kids use social media. I don't have my kids on the social media platforms. Now, I was like, why? Why is that? She goes, well, I personally don't use it because to me, I feel like it's an addiction. Okay, all right. I was like, okay, that's fair. You feel like it's an addiction, but in what sense? She goes, well, when I had try to wean my daughter off of it, she goes, it's like trying to wean a drug addict off of drugs, because she was tantrum, she was crying, she was complaining because this dopamine that she was getting from this tool has been taken away. Now, think about this: the customers that you want. I know it sounds really bad. I'm going to say this right now. Don't cancel me. I know it sounds really bad. The customers that you really want are on a platform that you can monetize. They're on a platform that you can capitalize off of. And here's the weirdest thing: most of them are addicted to it. Now, most of the people that will buy from you are addicted to that device. But the reality is this: you're not monetizing that attention. Your attention is being monetized. So as we proceed here is historical data. This is leading up to 2018. This is 2018 historical data showing the amount of people who use social media. Now, I want you to pay attention. The reason why I am bringing this number up, the reason why I'm bringing this data up, is I want you to understand, if you do not believe me that there are people out there that want to purchase and buy your product, then you must understand that there was I would say, honestly, there was a problem. So here's historical data leading up to 2018, showing the amount of people who use social media, okay? Up to 2018. So let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger here. Okay, so The number of people using social media leading up to 2018, from 2004 to 2018. I want to tell you guys this. This is 2018 data. What does that mean? That means that now it's 2024 at the time you're watching this. This is February 26th of 2024 at the time you're watching this. So that means Facebook was roughly at 2.4 billion people in 2018. Now they're over 3.08 billion. TikTok was at 500 million. They've roughly, I think they've crossed about 1 billion users on their platform. Now, now what do you call it? Facebook, I believe, has a market cap of almost $2 trillion. I think so. I got to look at the numbers. But how is a social media company? How is let me bring this to me. How is a social media company that you log on for free worth trillions of dollars and brings in billions of dollars in revenue? Have you ever asked yourself that? Where are they making that money? Where are they making that money to bring in billions of dollars in revenue? How are they able to bring in that billions of dollars in revenue? Have you ever thought to yourself and ask yourself that? The reason why those companies, social media companies, are able to bring in billions of dollars in revenue while you're using it for free is because they're monetizing attention. Now, as we get a little better, you're going to understand the importance of it, because the reason why people aren't purchasing or buying from you is because nobody knows you. Reality is this is not even a social media problem. This is an obscurity problem. Okay, I want you to think about it from a perspective. Imagine, I want you to think about this, right? One day, you're scientist. We have a scientist named John. The scientist is working hard. When I mean working hard, and the scientist is on a mission to cure cancer. Okay, that's the job. Boom, cure it. Finds a cure for it. Okay, boom, cures it. But he goes over and he's like, okay, well, now I have the cure for it, but I gotta get it over to people. You can go and say, hey, I have the cure for it, but they're gonna be like, are you a doctor? Have you tested this before? What's your trial basis? What's the survival rate? What's the this? What's that? What's that? Obscurity, because guess what? No, not enough people. You might even your product might be a product that can instantly make people rich, but if nobody knows about it, nobody can flow you money. And that's reality. If nobody knows that you have whatever it is that you have, then nobody can give you money. And the name of the game is this. The number one rule of business is this: is you want to stay in business. And if you don't have cash flow coming in, you don't stay in business. And if nobody knows you, nobody flows you. I'm going to say a list of names right now. And I want you to let me know if you know this. Nike. What comes to mind? When I say Nike, what comes to mind? Oh, they make shoes. Okay, I'm going to say another name. Microsoft. Oh, software. Apple. Oh, iPhones. MacBook. Apple Vision Pro. Okay, guess what? I know of these companies, so which means I can give them money. In some way, shape, or form, they're going to get my money. And the reality is this: is if I say your business, Joe's Real Estate, what's that? I don't know that. Michael's Insurance Services, I don't know that. Jubilee's Wellness, I don't know that. And that's the same thing. I think about it. Put the name of your business and ask yourself, do enough people know about your product? If you have a platform of 2.08, roughly 3.08 billion people on Facebook that do not know that you exist, even ask yourself this little question. In your local community, I was having an interaction with my personal trainer. So I go boxing twice to 3 times a week. I was having a conversation with my personal trainer. He goes, man, I'm ranking number 1 for, the personal training, inflammation. I'm ranking number 1 in global, like in the local, let's just say in the state. But he goes, in my community, nobody knows who I am. And he goes, how can I be number 1 in the state if nobody knows who I am? Do you understand what I mean? So how can you be number 1 in a location if nobody knows in your local community, nobody knows who you are? And that means it's because you're not doing enough promotional activity in your local geographical area for people to know who you are. You're trying to sell your product to people online when most people online in your local community do not even know that you exist. And that's where the problem lies. So let's continue here, guys. As we continue here. So this is basically historical data. Now, it continues to get better. All right. Now, most people might say, okay, well, who's your target audience? Who buys your product? And I want you to think about it from a perspective. Imagine that you're a real estate agent. You sell real estate, right? Most people go, I'm a realtor. Okay, what do you sell? I sell houses. To who? Well, I just sell houses. What kind of houses do you sell? I just sell houses. What do you mean? What kind of houses do I sell? You sell what does it mean you sell houses? Do you sell luxury real estate? No, they would buy from me. Do you sell real estate to a specific demographic of people, specific language? Let's say you speak Spanish. Do you sell real estate to people who speak Spanish? No, I don't. I don't sell real estate to people who speak Spanish. Oh, whoa. Hold on. Or you don't have an ideal demographic or target as far as the people that will buy from you. Just think about it. Imagine this. Imagine you say, you know what? You're growing up. What do you have when if you have a kid and if you're a parent watching this right now, as your kids grow up, I've even started asking my son. My son's 5 and I ask him the same question. Your kids are growing up. Hey, you say, hey John, hey Timmy, what do you want to be when you grow up? I'm like, I don't know. Okay, now he's 17, 18. Hey John, hey Timmy, what do you want to be when you grow up? I don't know. Hey John, hey Timmy, he's 25 now. What do you want to be? Well, leave me alone. I'm just playing. I'm 30 is the new 20 or 40 or whatever it is. When you don't have clarity on people who purchase from you, you don't have sales. When you don't have clarity on the type of people that you want to be giving you, flowing you money, you don't have sales. So the reason why you got to think about this is what, not only do you need to be on social media to reach that wide demographic, what platform should you use? And this is what you need to understand as to where is the target demographic, ideal statistics of the people that are suitable for your product. Let's look at it from a perspective here. We have YouTube here. You can pick the age group, the age demographic. Now, I know for the product that we offer, our ideal demographic is between the ages of 28 to 52. Okay, we go younger, absolutely, but we ideal for 28 to 52. So when we make our message, when we put our message out there, we're usually trying to reach people between that demographic. Now, does that mean that we don't have younger people? Yes, we do. But usually, when people between the ages 28 and 52, what they want most of the time is because they have families or they're about to start a family. So when they use a product, they have one goal in mind. How do I be able to have something that's affordable, but also to be in a position in which I can be able to provide for my family? But when you have a younger demographic, they're more on a higher risk-taking basis, and then hence, they take more risk. And as far as they use the product and they use the tool in a different light, in a different manner. Now, why do I bring this up? I bring this up in the sense to when you are putting out your message out there, when you're putting out your targeting out there, when you're picking the social media platform to put out your message, because we understand one thing. The first thing we understand is you need to have a message. Okay, that's 1. 2, you need to be reaching your audience. That's 2. You need to be reaching on this. But 3, you need to meet them where they are. Okay, you need to meet the people that you want to sell to, the people you want to help, the people you want to serve. You need to meet them where they are. And if you are not in a position in which you want, if you don't know who your target audience is, you don't know where to meet them, you don't know where to sell to, then by God, I'm saying right now, I'm willing to guarantee that you don't make more than $2,000 to $3,000 a month. And the $2,000 to $3,000 that you make is honestly, I'll just say honestly, probably happens by mistake. You just accidentally walk into some money because you don't have clarity as far as your marketing goals and your marketing strategies. So now let's look at it from this perspective. What platform is ideal for you? It all depends, honestly. It all depends. What platform should you reach? It all depends. But I want you to stick around because I'm going to be showing you a tool that allows you to hit each and every one of these platforms, for basically in a matter of a few seconds. Honestly, you can be able to boom, get your message out there and actually get organic engagement, not bots, not in that, but organic engagement to your content. Okay, not even just your content, to your product. So we have YouTube, right? You have the age demographic there. You have everyone between the ages of 18 to 65 plus, with the highest demographic between people over the ages of between the ages of 18 to 64. So that means that YouTube is a place that I know my business should be at. I should be on YouTube because YouTube is a search engine. Google is the search engine. So I need to be on YouTube and I need to be on Google. So I know that if I don't have my message on YouTube and I don't have my message on Google, then what's happening is if my message is not on YouTube and my message is not on Google, I am losing and walking away from money. I don't know about you, but I don't like walking away from money. I don't know about you, but listen, we all have a family feed. So you got to be able to provide and protect for your family. Doesn't matter who you are. So it's very important to understand where's the right place to reach your audience. I know, for instance, if my target audience, if I'm selling final expense life insurance, I know I'm not going to be advertising on Snapchat because on Snapchat, what is the ideal demographic? It's people under the ages of 24. So if I'm targeting people between 18 and 39 to 29, then I know Snapchat is where it's at. But if I'm going for an audience of 65 plus, I have nothing to do on Snapchat. I have nothing to do on on Twitter. I have nothing to do on this areas, but I know that if I want to target a younger demographic, if I want to advertise to a younger demographic, if I want to reach a younger demographic, then I need to be on one of these platforms. Now, this is just a handful. There's still many more out there that are not included. Facebook and Instagram, same thing. You got to pick and understand where is the age group and demographic of people you want to use. You want to sell to. Now, what gets even better is this. How many social platforms does the average person use? Okay, I did some research on this, and the average person uses 6.7. 6.7. Let's bring the camera to me here. 6.7. Average person has 6.7 social media accounts. What does that mean? That means that it is impossible for you to go wrong. That means if you said, hey, my audience is predominantly on YouTube, but let's say you put your, let's say you mismatch it, you mismanage and say you misguess, and your audience primarily is supposed to be on Instagram, but you're talking on YouTube. Guess what? You're still going to reach them, because guess what? The average number of social media accounts a person has is 6.7. Okay, let's look at those numbers again. That's 6.7 is average. It's an average number of accounts someone has is 6.7. So if the average number of accounts someone has is 6.7, then you got to think about it from a perspective of this. It's almost impossible for you to not hit your audience. It's almost impossible for you to get this wrong. It's almost impossible for your message to not hit where you need it to hit. So you got to pick a social media platform. That's very important. Okay, we're going to cover a few things here. Okay, and now which gender use social media more by platform? Now, Facebook, you can't go wrong with that. Pinterest, though, if my product is predominantly, if I'm advertising predominantly to women, if my product is predominantly, let's say I do more of a beauty product. I'm doing more beauty products. I know if I'm doing more beauty products, then the ideal place for me to be at, is going to be on Pinterest. The ideal place for me to be at is going to be on Pinterest and Instagram. But I know if I'm advertising something more like, this is a man's wear this, then I know I need to be on YouTube. I need to be on Google. I know I need to be on those platforms. Those are the platforms that I need to be at, because those are the platforms where my audience is. Okay. All right. So as we continue here, guys, let me know if there's a lag or everything's good. Give me a 1 in the chat, guys, because I'm getting a little bit of a lag here. Give me 1 in the chat if the audio, everything's good. 1's in the chat, guys, if the audio is good. And then okay, perfect. Thanks. 1. All right, good. 1. All right. So we continue here, guys. We continue here. So if you had to estimate, okay, let's put this here. If you had to estimate, how much would you think people spend on impulse purchases whenever they're on social media? How much would you estimate that people spend on impulse purchases when they're on social media? Just think about it. Just slow down a little bit and think about it. If you had to estimate, how much would you spend on impulse purchases when they're on social media? Remember, I covered at the beginning, when you're scrolling through the platforms, you're just scrolling. You see that ad, you ignore it. 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 But guess what? There's somebody out there that sees the ad, boom, clicks on it. There's somebody out there that sees the ad and boom, oh my God, I got to check this out. There's somebody else that sees the ad and goes, boom, this is for me. There's somebody else that checks the ad and go, boom, I need to check this out. I need to go on this ad. I need to click on this. This is something that fits me, and this is something that's my ideal persona. This speaks directly to me. There are people out there that are heavily big on impulse purchases. So how much would you think right now, if you had to guess, how much would you say that people spend on impulse purchases whenever they're on social media? Let me make one more check here because I lost. Okay, perfect. Good. How much would you say? So we've got it here. Here we go. And perfect. So we've got it here at $754 is what an average person per year. $754 is what people spend on impulse purchases a year. Just think about that. I want you to let's slow down a little bit and let's think about it, because I don't think that that's a number that most people right now, if we're being honest, I don't think that's a number right now that you're paying attention to. That's not a number right now that you're going, Let's think about that. Each person spends $754 on social media purchases. Okay, so what does that mean? That means if you had 10 people that was spending that $754 with you, that's $7,500. If you had 100 people that was spending that $754 with you, that is $75,400. Now, guys, that is what I call some math right there. So what does that mean? That means you don't need, if there's 3.08 billion people on the social media platforms, you don't need all of them. You don't need all of them to purchase from you. You don't need all 3.08 billion people to purchase from you. If 500 to 1,000 of them purchase from you over a lifetime of $754, you have made $754,000. So if you're not leveraging social media to go ahead and hit your financial goals and hit your numbers, you're leaving money on the table. I understand. Listen, there's nothing wrong with referrals. I will be the first one to tell you right now. We have a lot of referral business. I always tell you, and there was nothing wrong with referrals. There was nothing wrong with word of mouth. There's nothing wrong with, staying and sitting and waiting for people to come to your door. The problem is this: scalability is very slow. Scalability is very slow. Now, imagine if you could just go on social media, boom, put out an ad, and then next thing you know, people just start purchasing from you. People that don't even know you, they just know that they need your product. Now, just imagine how much do you think that of a help do you think that will be for you and your financial numbers? How much do you think that will be for your family? Just imagine right now, you put out an ad, and then boom, it goes on the web, goes on Facebook, goes on the platforms, and then people start purchasing from you. How much do you think that will benefit you? I want you to slow down right now, and I want you to think about that. How much do you think that will benefit you? Because if you're me, and I'm just thinking right now, okay, if I put out an ad, people don't know me, but I put out my product, and then they start to flood me with money. Do you see? You starting to get it right now? Just imagine right now, you're making 50, 60,000, 70,000 a year, right? Because the average business owner, we're going to cover how much the average business owner makes. Making $50,000, $60,000 a year take home. Okay, that's about $35,000 to $4,000 a month. Right? Give or take $4,500. By the time you factor in bills, your groceries probably cost me $400 to $700 a month, because heck, we're living in an inflated economy. So your groceries are costing you more. The cost of rent, you pay probably $1,800 to $2,200 in mortgage. So now $2,500 to $2,600 is already gone just in living expenses. Not even to mention the fact that you don't even have enough money for an emergency fund. You don't even have enough money to, let's say your kid comes to you and say, hey, dad, hey, mom, I want to go play that sporting event. Hey, dad, hey, mom, I want to go and play golf. But guess what? They can't, because guess what? You don't make enough money. And now here's the thing. This is not a diss on anybody. I don't want you to take this as an offense. It's like, oh my God. No, I want you to say it in the sense as to what you are doing right now is not working. Hence the reason why you're not reaching the goals that you want to reach. You understand what I mean? What you're doing right now is not working, or you would be reaching the goals that you want to reach. And the reason why it's not working is this: if you're making $70,000 a year, and that's because only 50 people or 60 people purchase from you a year, then if you get to 600 people a year that will purchase from you, you are looking at $700,000. I don't know about you, but to me, man, that's a lot of money. And if all he has to do is just to get more attention to my service, get more organic attention to the product that I offer. If I'm selling a beauty product, to get more attention to the beauty product that I offer. If I'm selling whatever it is, to get more people knowing and flowing me money. Do you start to understand and start to see where I'm coming from here? I'm coming from a perspective of like, hey, you're not making enough because people don't know you enough. So it's not even a matter of like, hey, maybe leads, maybe you got to purchase leads. Maybe for most people, you're not doing enough, putting enough in to be able to get more people to flow you that cash. Your cash flow is not exactly where it's supposed to be at. So what does that mean for you as a business owner? Okay, let's go ahead and put this camera. Let's put this back in here. What does that mean for you as a business owner? Okay, that means that you need to meet your customers where they are. Okay, you need to meet your customers where they are. That's one. Okay, what does that mean? That means you need to pick a social media platform and you need to be there. You need to be there. You need to post content on that platform. If you agree and identify right now, we're gonna do an exercise here in about 5 to 10 minutes. We're gonna have an exercise we're gonna go through right now. But you need to meet your customers where they are. Okay. And then based off of your product, pick a platform and stick to it. Because here's the thing is this: there is somebody out there, there are people out there that are waiting right now, waiting to flow. Let me see if I have no doubt. But there are people out there that are waiting right there, just waiting. They are waiting to, let's put this way. They are waiting to flow you money. Like people are right there just waiting to give you money to purchase your product, because you have the solution that they want. But the reason why they're not able to do that is because they don't know you. And if nobody knows you, they can't flow you. I want you to say with me, if nobody, put it in chat, put it in chat, put it in chat, put it in chat, put it in chat right now, guys. If nobody knows me, let's say it again. If nobody knows me, nobody can flow me. Let's say it again. Say it again. Say it again. I'm going to put it again right now. If nobody knows me, nobody can flow me. Let's say it again one more time. If nobody knows me, nobody can flow me. Put it in the chat again. If nobody knows me, nobody can flow me. I'm going to make this a chat. If nobody knows me, nobody can flow me. All right. If nobody knows me, nobody can flow me. Put that in the chat, guys. We're going to continue, right? I want someone to put that in the chat because that shows me that you're paying attention and you're understanding the fact as to if you want to succeed in business, if you want to succeed in anything in life, it requires a degree of human interaction. Okay. And it requires a degree of human interaction in the sense as to the degree of human interaction is somebody you need to interact with someone. Because here's the thing is this. It's illegal to make money. Okay, let me bring this to me. I'm still waiting for someone to put that in the chat, guys. Someone put that in the chat. It's illegal to make money. You know what? Everyone's like, oh man, I'm going to make $1 million today, this year. I'm going to make $10 million this year. I'm going to make $20 million this year. It's illegal to make money. Okay? But when you say I'm going to make money, oh man, I'm going to make $1 million. I'm going to make $20 million. I'm going to make $10 million. I'm going to make whatever. You put the number out there. However much you put the number. Oh, okay. The chat's coming. For some reason, my screen is slow, so I couldn't see it on the other one. But okay, I got it. Nobody knows and nobody can flow me. But it's at $20. Okay. You got to think about it from this perspective of this. It's illegal to make money. Okay. But this is where the but comes in. Money is not made, money is taken. Okay. Wait. Whoa. Okay, before I lose you here, calm down. Don't go freaking out on me, guys. Don't go freaking out on me. Before I lose you, let's calm down. Okay. Step, come close to me and I want you to listen here. The job you work at right now, you provide a degree of service, right? Let's say you are a plumber. You go and they say, hey, I have a leak here and the leak here, or I need you to change out the water heater. You go, you purchase a water heater, they give you the funds for it. You come in, you swap the water heater, and you say, hey, it's going to be $349 for that service. They go, boom, here's $349. You go, I made $349, but no, you did not. You took $349. You provided a service, and then you received the $349 in exchange for it. Now that, my friends, is how money works. It's called a trade. You basically trade your service, trade your time for money. Okay. Now, what does that mean? That means is there are people out there that want to give you money. The people out there that want your product. The people out there that want you to take money while they take your service because you're exchanging. But the reality is they don't know you. So next slide, there are people, they want to give you money. They want to take your part. They want your product. They want your service. They're like, hey, I'm ready to give you $500. I'm ready to give you $1,000. I'm ready to give you $10. I'm ready to give you this, but I don't know that your product exists. So I can't give you the money. So that's the way I want you to think about it. I want you to think about it from perspective as to the amount of money you're making right now is in direct proportion to the amount of people that know you. And if nobody knows you, nobody can flow you, which means, boom. That's the reason why you make how much you're making. I know I'm kind of animated, but I want you to get the point that I'm trying to make here. So why is it that, no one can help you? No one is basically give you that much money? Well, here's a few reasons. Okay. Here's a few reasons. And we're going to cover that right now. Okay. Why is that? Let's make sure. Why is that? So how much time your small business should spend on social media? Okay. Let's put it this way, because you're like, okay, we all qualified right now. We want to make more money. How much time? The average business owner spends about 6 hours a week on social media. Now, I want you to think about this. I don't know about you, but when I got into business, when I said, hey, I'm going to, start running a software company, or when I said I was going to be an insurance agent, there was nowhere was I saying that I was going to be. Nowhere did anyone tell me, hey, Manuel, you're going to be posting on social media. Hey, Manuel, you're going to be having to post content on social media. Hey, Manuel, your social media strategy, you got to put in 6 hours a week. Hey, Manuel, you got to be out there on the platforms, making sure people are seeing your product, No one told me that. No one, I didn't know that. Same way when you get into business, they don't tell you about taxes, account receivable, account payable. They don't tell you about write-offs. They don't tell you about what can be written off, what cannot be written off. They don't tell you about, hey, keep your receipts. They don't tell you about this. They don't tell you about that. There's a lot of things, but they don't tell you about marketing. And marketing back in the day used to be print, radio. When was the last time you purchased anything on radio? Some people do. Lots of people do, but depends on your demographic. If you're reaching anyone 40 and under, more than likely, the best place, the new radio, the new yellow pages, the new print you ad on a magazine is social media. And 6 hours, honestly, if you're doing it by yourself and having to create content, I don't even know how it's possible. I don't even know how it's possible for you to be able to spend just 6 hours, because according to what they found is basically they found it when business owners were spending about roughly, let's see, make sure this is good here, roughly $9,100 per year on content marketing. So we're having 6 hours, and then we have people spending $9,000. But what do they have to show for it? What do they have to show for it? 6 hours and $9,000 later, what do they have to show for it? You're tired? Just look at that. Your battery is drained. You're exhausted. Okay? You feel like you're not even spending your day doing what you love the most. You're spending your day basically just creating content, not doing what you enjoy, and your content's underperforming and you barely see results from it. It feels like a waste of time. I can tell you right now, I've been there. I know what it feels like to be in a position which you're constantly posting content. You're constantly in a position which you're posting on the social media platforms. You're constantly on there basically in a position which you're putting stuff out there, but people aren't seeing it. Okay, people aren't seeing the content that you're posting. And I'm going to say this to my team, guys. Let's be showing the comments as they come up on screen, please. Okay, let's show people's comments as they come up on screen. But you're tired and it feels like your battery's drained. You feel like your content's underperforming and you barely seeing results from it. It feels like a waste of time. People spend $754 a year on impulse purchases. You small business owners spending $9,000 a year on content marketing, and you're only making $69,000 a year. I want you to think about that math. Let's run the math here. You're spending 6 hours of your time every week, which translates to 24 hours every month, which translates to roughly about 24 times 2, that's 240 plus another 24, another 12. Okay, so you're spending about 252 hours every year, and $69,000 and $9,000, and only making 69 grand. I don't know about you guys, man. Listen, I don't know about you guys, but that seems to me like you're taking a lot of time away from what you love doing the most. You're taking a lot of time away from what you enjoy doing, what helps you grow, what you got into, what you're passionate about, and you're only making 69 grand a year. No diss about that. But listen, we live in an economy right now where you need to be able to make enough to be able to take care of yourself and your family. That's the truth. You need to be in a position in which you can take care of yourself and you can take care of your family. And the only way you can do that is you need to make more money. Okay? You need to be in a position in which you make more money and you make more revenue. So there's got to be a better way. There's got to be a better way, guys. There's got to be a better way. There's got to be a better way in which you can basically, spend less time and get more organic engagement in social media. What do I mean by that? Just imagine you posted right now. You made a post on social media platform. You made a post, and when you made that post, you got no engagement, no likes. And here's the thing: even if you got 5,000 likes, that still doesn't mean anything. That means trash. That means garbage. That means nothing. That's nonsense, because likes does not translate into dollars. Does not translate into money. Does not translate into revenue. I don't know where I can say, hey, Emmanuel, I have 5,000 likes on my Instagram post, on my Facebook post. Give me $5,000. No, because likes and views do not translate into money. Okay, you need actual people giving you money. So you can post as much as you want and organically, unless you're basically going viral or you're basically doing dance videos on TikTok, which is possible if you're constantly engaging. But let's be realistic. Most people aren't. Most people's content aren't engaging. If we're being honest with each other, your content's not as engaging as you think it is. Okay, so you want to be posting across social media, okay? But the main thing is you want to have a better way for which people can give you money, because you want them to spend their $754 with you. You want people to be spending their $754 with you. So the question here is, How do you get them to spend $754 with you? How do we do that? And that's simple. Okay, so here's the simple part. We use artificial intelligence. Okay, we use artificial intelligence. Okay, we use AI to write our content, create our images, engage with our audience. And I'm going to show you exactly how we can use artificial intelligence to do that. We're going to show you right now how you can use artificial intelligence. Let me make sure I have the video up here really quickly before we get started. But I'm going to show you guys how you can use AI to go ahead and create your content. Let me see while that's being uploaded here. So you don't have to think about basically how to engage and stay top of mind of your audience. AI will do it for you. And I'm going to show you guys here once I have it loaded. It's going to take about just a matter of a few seconds. And I'm going to show you this. And also just let me know, give me ones in the chat once we have the video or once we have it loaded up. Because here's the thing. Here's what I want you to understand. You're spending $9,000 a year and 6 hours of your precious time every week, which is about an hour and 12 hours and 13 minutes every week on content strategy, on posting content. But what's that getting you right now? Nothing. So I want you guys to watch this really quickly.
So what we're going to do right now is we're going to go ahead and connect all of your social media accounts so you can post organically. So here you just go ahead and click on this icon here. You can click add accounts. You can connect Google My Business, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, which is now X, and TikTok. So you can connect as many of these accounts. If you have multiple Facebook accounts, you can connect all of your Facebook accounts that are associated with your personal Facebook or business Facebook page. The next thing you want to do is you want to go ahead and go into new post. Now you can create a new post using AI, or you can go using the templates. I'm going to go ahead and show you using the templates. So when you click on Social Planet templates, you can pick whatever industry you're in. Now it all varies. If you're in the health and wellness, you can pick the health and wellness industry. For instance, let's say we're offering wellness services. So what you'd want to do here is you just click on the icon and you can go ahead and pick. These are just basically, think about them as memes, things to keep your content, keep you organically showing and what we're going to customers. Now, this one mostly won't generate sales for your business, but it would help you stay relevant. The key for this is relevancy. Most organic postings on social media rarely drive traffic unless you're a famous influencer. It's not going to. That's the reason why we always advertise using Advantage Pro, because with that you can be able to grow and actually get more engagement. Once your template's added, you navigate down to the bottom here. You see here wellness services, what we chose. Select socials, and in here you can choose the accounts that you want to post on. For this, I've selected Instagram and I've selected LinkedIn as my posting accounts. I want to post every day between a time range of 11:24 a.m. and 5:02 p.m. And all I have to do is click schedule post, and this will be posted on the accounts based off of the templates I chose. This is posting with the templates. Now, if you wanted to use the AI portion of this, you could go ahead and click create new post, choose the accounts you'd want to post on. For this, we'll go Instagram, and same, we'll go for LinkedIn. And then here we pick on the generate with AI. So for this, we've chosen AI, a business service that deals with marketing. That's our title. And we've also chosen a content description we want to use. And then you just go ahead and click choose the length of the content, medium or large, whichever one you'd like, and then click generate. Now the AI is going to go ahead and generate the content for you. And yeah, we have the content written. You can edit it. Just click copy, and you can edit it here to fit and match your brand. And then you can go ahead and click continue. And just like that, the content is ready to post. Now, if you needed an image, you can just click generate an image here, create image using AI. We're going to generate an image using AI, and we're just going to go ahead and pick the prompt, a man standing next to a nice car, smiling and looking happy. You choose the photo, you click generate, and the AI will go ahead and generate your image as well for you. So here we have an AI image that has been generated with a man looking happy. Here it's a little bit looking AI generated, and you can just go ahead and click continue right there. And we have our image that we can use for Instagram, and we can also use this image for LinkedIn as well. You can also post that image if you wanted to on your story. Now, Emmanuel, back to you.
Okay, so we just watched that. I know. So we just went to a position in which that video was showing you how you can basically use artificial intelligence. You saw that AI created the image. It created the words. Just imagine you're posting on your social media platforms and you don't have to worry about, gone are the days of spending 6 hours a week. You can just say, hey, I want to do this. It took me 3 minutes. In 3 minutes, you can have your content all created, use a template, or you can use the AI creation to go ahead and post your content. And guess what? You can have up to 25 posts that you post for the rest of the month. You only have to do that once and then just post it. So that's where you're having that organic relevancy. The key here is you're being relevant, which means you're showing up relevant on the platform. So people know that, okay, hey, organically you have content. And guess what? Maybe people might see that post and say, hey, I want to do business with you. Odds are maybe not. But that is a way in which you can organically post. But let's say you're like, hey, you know what? I don't want to do that. You can go ahead and post your own content that you create on any of the platforms that are listed. Instagram stories, reels, posts, it doesn't matter. You can go ahead and get more, post more to get more engagement. Because here's the reality. If you're not posting at least 3 to 4 times each day on social media platforms, you don't even worry about it. You're not even don't even worry. Because here's what's interesting. I'm going to tell you this. What's interesting. There's almost 500,000 posts being made on Instagram every minute. I'm going to say that again. 500,000 posts being made every minute. Now, your post is just a drop in the bucket. Okay? It's just a drop in the bucket. So that means you got to be doing more because life is competitive. Okay? So now, there's a bunch of reasons why you're probably thinking, you know what? Okay, one, imagine just told me there's 500,000 posts. Then, okay, why would I even do that? Well, guess what? I'm going to show you another secret way in about the next 3 to 4 minutes here, how you can go ahead and jump in front of the line. But you're probably looking at that and you say, hey, you're not convincing me. I'm not going to go on social media. Why would I go on social media? It doesn't matter because now there's so many accounts. I don't want to be on social media. Why would I be out there posting content? So I don't want to. No, it's not interesting. Because guess what? You're probably thinking to yourself and you're saying, one, my audience doesn't use social media. Our target audience is not on social media. Okay. The people that I do business with don't use social media. It's too expensive for me to be out there posting content. I don't have $9,000 per year to be posting. I'm not going to be spending $9,000 here. What there's numerous reasons. Whatever it is, I want you to fill in the blank right there. Okay. Because I don't want to spend my money on things that don't work. That's what you think. You think social media doesn't work. But the reality is you're sitting here right now watching this presentation off of social media. Because exactly what I'm going to show you is exactly how we got you here. Okay? So exactly how you got here is exactly what I'm going to show you. So you're probably thinking, I'm not tech savvy and I don't have the time to learn how it works. Guess what? Do you know how to type? Do you know how to move a mouse? I'm pretty sure you do. If you know how to type and move a mouse, you can just type and the AI will do the work for you. I'm still trying to think about. So I'm still trying to think about what the excuse is. But if you're saying all this, if that's what you're saying, which I'm pretty sure, whatever it is, fill in the blank. I'm pretty sure there's more. Then you're missing the point. I want to show you guys something. I don't know if you watched the Super Bowl. If you watched the Super Bowl, let's look at the Super Bowl. Okay, the Super Bowl. First up, I'm a Saints fan. Okay, whoa, I just lost like half the people here, but slow down, guys, before I lose everybody else. Hold on. The Chiefs, which I like to say Taylor Swift's boyfriend and his team. Just kidding. The Chiefs played the Niners. Okay, but when they played in halftime, there's something called if you're not in the US, let's say you're in the UK, you're in Canada, because we actually have people in the UK and Canada that are watching this live. You're probably like, hey, we don't have the Super Bowl. Okay, but Super Bowl, think about it. It's the biggest time for companies to showcase their product and showcase their brand. Okay, we had 59 advertisers. So we had Toyota, Verizon, Pizza Hut, Duolingo, Squarespace, Power to the Patient, TurboTax, Uber Eats, Skechers, Microsoft. There were 59 advertisers in the 2024 Super Bowl. Okay, now there were 59 advertisers in the 2024 Super Bowl. Now I want you to think about it. So each ad was roughly between plus or minus 30 seconds. And guess how much did each person paid for this? Okay, I want you to take a guess. Guess how much each person paid for this? Take a guess. $7 million for a 30-second spot. $7 million for a 30-second spot. Okay? I want you to think about that. Okay? Paid $7 million for a 30-second spot. Let's put that right there. $7 million for a 30-second spot. So I want you to think about it this way. $7 million for a 30-second ad. Okay, that was the spot. They spent $7 million, which means a combined spend of $413 million, guys. 413 $430 million. That is more than the GDP of most third world countries. $430 million was spent in a matter of less than 2.5 hours was spent in advertising. Okay? But they spent $430 million to an audience of 123.7 million people. 123.7 million people, guys. 123.7 million people. Why would they do that, dude? Why would they do that? I'm just thinking to myself, why in God's name would they? You could have given that money to charity. You could have stopped world hunger. Why would they do that? Okay? And we're going to watch a video here really quickly. Hopefully this video can play. All right? All right, let me make sure this is loading here really quickly. And let me make sure one more thing. If this video is not playing, what I'm going to do is let me share and let me see if I can copy this link. Okay, yeah, let's share the link. Okay, I can share it. Let me see. Let me know, guys, if you actually can hear this. Yeah, I'm not picking up the audio either. So let me do this. Let me see if I can find. Let me see if I can find the link to this. Hold on, guys. All right, we're gonna. I really want you guys to watch this video. Okay, we're gonna watch this video, but looks I couldn't get the audio for that. I don't know. Could you guys get the audio? Let me see. Can you guys hear that? I don't know if you guys could. If anyone could. Let me see. Let me see. Let me pull this up really quickly. Okay, so let's pull this up really quickly. And looks like a little bit of an ad. Let's pull this up really quickly. No? Okay. What will happen is I'll play the video. A little bit. Actually, let me see. Music. Okay, you should be able to hear it. Let me see. Let's go back to the slide again. You should be able to hear it. If you can't, give me. I'm gonna play the whole thing and just give me ones in the chat if you can or cannot hear it.
All the money on the commercial spot, we actually didn't spend any money on the actual commercial.
Ones if you can hear it, please. Give me ones in the chat if you can hear it. I'm looking at the chat right now. One if you can hear it. Okay, so Thomas one. Okay, thanks. Okay, one, so you can hear it. Okay, one. Okay, thanks, Thomas. All right, so I'm gonna play it again from the beginning. And we're gonna go ahead and listen to this. This is Kanye West, and he's somewhat of someone who's fairly famous here in the States. So I'm gonna play this, and I want you guys to take a listen to this. Okay, let me make this a little bit bigger.
Hey y'all, this Ye, and this is my commercial. And since we spent all the money on the commercial spot, we actually didn't spend any money on the actual commercial. But the idea is, I want you to go to Yeezy.com, YEEZY.com, and I'm gonna write it at the bottom of the screen. And I got some shoes, and that's it.
Okay, so let's think about. I want you guys to think about this. Think about this. He spent $7 million for a 30-second spot of that ad. Okay, now. He spent $7 million. Let's pause this again. He spent $7 million, and he made $19 million from his Super Bowl ad. $19 million. Obviously, you're not Kanye West. Okay, you're not Kanye West. I don't expect you to put $7 million in an ad. You're not Kanye West. Obviously not. But the main reason why he and other companies advertised was to get attention. To get attention to your product, to get attention to your service, to get attention to whatever it is that you have to offer. It's simply to get attention. Now, I know you don't have $7 million. Okay. I know you don't have $7 million. If you do, hey, listen. Salute to you, my friend. Salute to you. But you have a cell phone with a camera on it to record. Okay. I know that you don't have a name by which people know you. You don't have a name. But that doesn't change the fact that you have a product that you need to sell to people, but they don't know who you are and you want them to buy from you. Because perhaps you don't want to advertise. Maybe it's too expensive and you're just starting out in business, so there's a little discretionary income. In that case, you need to understand that you're going to have to leverage your time. which means you can have to post more. And like I just showed you in the previous slides, you can basically leverage AI to be able to do so. Okay, so you're going to have to post much content than you usually would post. Okay, now, but it's important to know. Okay, I'm gonna say it's important to know. Okay, every company that advertises has an organic presence. Every company that advertises has an organic presence. But the reality is this: I'm gonna tell you straight up, most people don't interact with companies the same way they interact with social stuff. Like if you're talking to me about, hey, how to, get married, how to, sew your hair, how people engage more with that. They're not gonna engage more with, like, you're talking about your business. Look at it. Most businesses don't get that high of engagement because the people who consume businesses' content are other businesses, and there's not too many of them. So organic stuff works. It works, but the reality is it's not predictable. It's not going to get you 5 to 10 sales a day. It's not going to, because one, you're just relying on it's like you're begging and relying on the social media platforms to reward you. And the reality is this: most business content, especially, kind of boring, unless you're basically talking in a position which you're giving people a little bit of advice, and then you're going Dave Ramsey on them, giving them advice, and then afterwards you're like, hey, selling them stuff on the back end. Maybe you can do that, but that takes a lot of thought and a lot of strategy. Okay, because organic posting oftentimes takes too long to drive revenue, or if it drives any revenue at all. Okay, and the reach of organic posting, honestly, it's declining. The numbers are declining. It's getting very competitive. I told you guys, 500,000 new posts on Instagram is coming in every minute. As we've been on live right now, in the past 59, 60 minutes, it's probably been more 3 million new posts on Instagram. So you just posted and somebody else posted and your content's like down in the weeds. They're probably like, okay, man, what does that mean? So most people never take the time to analyze what the bottleneck in your business is. So here's an exercise. We're going to do an exercise, guys. We're going to do an exercise. Remember I told you guys in the next 5 to 10 minutes, there's going to be an exercise. So here's the exercise. I want you guys to actually, before we do this, grab a piece of paper from me, please. Okay? Grab a piece of paper from me. It's going to be about a 3-minute exercise. Do it in 4 minutes. Grab a piece of paper. I'm going to give you guys grab a piece of paper. The first thing you're going to do is I want you to do this, okay? I want you to write down who is my ideal customer and what is the problem that I help them solve. Get in the weeds. Get in the weeds. Get in the weeds. I want you to write down who your ideal customer is and what is the problem that you help them solve. I want you to get psychographics, demographics, male, female, some, parents, what do they do for work? I want you to write that down and then ask yourself, how important is solving this problem to them? How important is solving this problem to them? This is an exercise, guys. How important is solving this problem to them? Is solving whatever problem that they have a high priority, and give it on a scale of 1 to 10. So score it on a scale of 1 to 10. 10 being the highest priority. Is it a high priority on a scale of 1 to 10? If it's a low priority, obviously it's a low priority. But how high up is it on a scale of 1 to 10? Okay. Now, next thing you're going to ask yourself is, how much is it costing them to have this problem, and how much are they willing to pay to make it go away? Okay. How much is it costing them to have this problem? How much is it going to take them to go away? And how many of these customers would I like to work with each month? So that's it. So we got 4 minutes. You have a 4-minute timer. And then we're going to basically go ahead and once you get that map, we'll go ahead on the last question. So it's a 4-minute timer, and you guys have 4 minutes. Go. I'm going to be here, and we're going to wait for this to continue before we continue. Okay. So let's wrap this up. Let's get cue into music, please. Okay, and we are back, guys. We are back. Okay, perfect. So let's go ahead and turn that off. Looks like, okay, let's continue here really quickly. I do apologize, guys, ahead of time for the video quality. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to go ahead and just show mostly the we're just going to go ahead and do this instead, just to kind of minimize the video quality there. So, okay, and we'll just leave it as it is for now. All right. So how much is it costing me each year? I want you to ask you this question. This is the final question. How much is it costing me each year for not having this many customers to work with? Okay. So what we're going to do is right now is whatever your ideal monthly customers, multiply that number by 12, multiply that by 12 times what they're willing to pay. Okay. Let's think about it this way. Okay. So ideal monthly customers, whatever your ideal monthly customers is. So if you're doing, if your ideal monthly customers is 100, okay, you multiply that 100 times 12, which is 1200, and if they're willing to pay you $100, so that's 1200 times $100, that brings you what? 120,000. Yeah, 100 times 12. Yeah, so multiply that by what they're willing to pay, and that is how much it's costing you each year. So if I have 100 customers times 12, that's 1,200 customers in a year, times $100 each month, that's costing me $120,000 a year. So we run that math right now. That's how much it is costing you for not being able to get them with those many clients. That's how much you're losing right now, just by not being able to get them with those many clients. Okay. So how much are you willing to give to make the money you're losing and reach your ideal customer goal? Actually, write this down. This is the last question. Write this down. How much am I willing to spend to make sure I'm not losing 100? Because for you not knowing how to reach enough people to make that 120,000, it is costing you that much each year. Now, how much are you willing to give to make the money you're losing and reach your ideal customer goal? Okay. The number is up to you. Being honest, the number is up to you. All right. And what if I told you that there was a way for you to reach your ideal customer goal across all social media platforms in just a few clicks? You don't need any advertising experience, okay? Or you don't need a huge social media following. You don't need a media or creative team, and you don't need to attend some 11-hour course to learn how to use it. Plus, as a matter of fact, that same system is what we use to get you all here. We have 950 people watching us right now. That same system is what we use to get you all here. So this is what I'm going to do. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and play the video so you can see the system and basically see how it works. And then we'll go ahead and come back in again afterwards. So let's go ahead and put that in. And this way you don't have to.
Imagine Facebook ads, Google ads, and TikTok ads, but with ChatGPT. This is the future of ad creation. You can launch targeted ads across multiple platforms, languages, and business types with our groundbreaking text-to-ad creation feature. Let's dive in. Start by tapping the arrow to open up our cutting-edge integration with OpenAI's ChatGPT. Just add your website, preferred language, what your business is, for example, real estate or roofing services, and tap Generate a Description to finish off your prompt. You can edit this at any time to adjust your ad text, targeting, or including a special offer. Our AI prompting combined with industry best practices and safety rails will then work its magic, generating the best ad copy and targeting that suit each platform. Say goodbye to manual testing. We'll handle it all, generating hundreds of ad combinations to test. But that's not all. Our AI system will also suggest the perfect audience targeting for your ads across platforms. The targeting has been recommended, but you're in control. Edit any target or set up retargeting and lookalikes to reach your desired audience precisely. And guess what? Radius targeting is also at your fingertips. See these fantastic visuals? We've got you covered. Our vast library includes images and videos from Shutterstock, or feel free to upload your own from Facebook or Instagram. We care about your success. That's why we incorporate industry best practices into our ad copy and campaign creation. Elevate your ads with our expertise. Need to capture leads? Use our intuitive lead form creator. Customize it as you like or upload your existing form. Almost there. Simply set your budget, and voila, you're ready to create a compelling ad campaign. Want to make any last-minute changes? No problem. Tweak your prompt, adjust your targeting, or edit your ad text with ease. And here's the best part. Our AI-powered prompt ad creation works seamlessly across all major platforms. Whether it's Google Search, YouTube, TikTok, or LinkedIn, we've got you covered. For Google Search, we've got the right keywords, equipped with safety rails to optimize your budget effectively, and implement radius targeting for that extra edge. Feel free to add a phone number, call extension, or customize anything to your liking. We believe in flexibility, so why wait? Unlock the true potential of your ads with our text-to-ad creation feature today. Join the revolution and skyrocket your advertising game.
Awesome. So now just imagine this, guys. Let's skip through that. Just imagine being able to advertise your business on pretty much any platform. You can advertise your business on the Google Search Network, Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, Google Display, Snapchat, Messenger, which is if you want to advertise on WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, Instagram Message, Google Call Ads, any of the Google channels, Microsoft Bing, and Spotify ads. Think about it from the perspective of if you are a business that deals with podcasters, imagine being able to basically advertise your business to a podcast network. Imagine being able to reach a podcast network. Imagine being able to advertise to people that are basically on a podcast. Just imagine that you're able to show more of your content to people who are basically meet them where they are. Remember, as we started before, you pick your target demographic, you pick your target psychographic, you've written down based off the exercise, and you say, hey, where does my audience fit? Which platform is suitable for me to reach my audience? And then boom, you can go ahead and advertise to go ahead and hit them on there. But here's a bonus we're going to be including as well in this. Okay. So this bonus, I'm going to go ahead and play this video. Honestly, I promise guys, it's the last video we're going to watch, but this is a bonus we included in here.
Hello, Latosha. This is Ruth from RIZN Results. How are you today?
Wonderful.
Awesome. I noticed you requested more info on one of our ads, the one that says you can advertise your business in just 5 clicks. No advertising experience needed. Does that ring a bell?
No.
No worries. It's the one where you can use our platform to advertise your business in just 5 clicks. Just out of curiosity, are you currently running an advertising campaigns for your business on any of the social media platforms?
No, and I'm not interested right now. Thank you.
I understand if you're not ready for a demo right now. However,
okay, so that is basically a system. That's basically what we're introducing in here, included in here as a bonus. We're including access to an AI that basically can be able to, once you have people that are interested in your product, you can have an AI that basically calls them to go ahead and qualify them, to go ahead and book them as an appointment. As the AI system is in beta right now, we're including the system out there. You get access to the system. But not only that, included into, this is a feature that we rolled in, and that's not including the video, we roll this feature in, inside of your Advantage Pro in the AI system, you basically get the ability, and you have the ability right there. Let's go ahead and see here. My system kicked me out there really quickly. This is the beauty when you do it live, guys, when you do it live. Okay, perfect. This system incorporates AI, okay, to basically from selecting the right videos to the right images to writing the right copy for your product, okay? The system works for any industry or niche. Doesn't matter what niche you might be. If you want more visibility, more reach, and you're getting actual people that are actually interested. So you're getting real organic, because you're running an ad, guys, which means the platforms have to give you people. Now, historically, depends on the product you're offering. Sometimes you will get people that just click on the ad just for the sake of clicking on the ad. But with the ad, you can be able to use it to generate more business for you, more visibility to the product that you offer. Now, how does it work? You copy and paste your website URL into the software. Okay. Once you do, it reads your website, picks the right targeting, image and video, and then writes compelling ad copy. Okay. All you have to do is pick the geographic location, set your budget, and you are good to go. So we're basically going to be we're doing an exclusive, let's make sure I have this here. We're going to be doing an exclusive discount only for those who sign up today. Okay. We're going to be doing an exclusive discount only for those who sign up today. And we're doing a yearly, based off the yearly discount, but I don't think I haven't pulled the numbers here, but we're going to be doing an exclusive discount. So here's what you get. Okay, let's pull this up here. Here's what you're going to get. You're going to get Advantage Pro. You're going to get the Advantage Pro system. You're going to get the Advantage Pro, Advantage AI, the ads launcher for Facebook, Instagram, IG, Snapchat, TikTok. Now, the discount we're doing, I'm going to show you the discount in a little bit. TikTok, Google, and Bing, and more. You're going to get out that. That's a value of $3,564. That's the value right there. Okay. And you're also going to get a CRM included that gives you access to the conversational text, call, email, and also email as well. And that's a value of $5,964. And you're also going to be getting access to the social media, content creation, and the templates. Just imagine this. You never have to be creating content again. You don't have to. You don't have to pay somebody on Fiverr to create your content. You don't have to be dishing out 10, 20, 30 bucks for people to create your content. You can have AI do the images for you. You can have AI do the copy for you. You can have AI design your ads. You can have AI pick your targeting. You can have AI do everything for you. That's a value of $1,927. Now that's a total of $11,455. You're probably like, Emmanuel, I'm not doing that. I'm not giving you, I don't, where am I going to get $111,455? You don't have to pay $11,455. You don't have to pay $11,455 because this is available to you for $297 per month. So for $297 each month, honestly, I personally think it's too cheap. And honestly, we're doing this as a founders until we cross about 300 users. I personally think this is too cheap. Looks like my system is kind of going through I think we're streaming on way too many platforms here, guys. Let me see 1 second here because my team just texted me right now. Give me a one in the comment, guys. Can you guys see what I'm posting, what's on my screen right now? Let me know. Give me ones in the chat if you can, please. Give me one in the chat if you can see the screen that I'm sharing right now, because for some reason, okay, can't see. Okay, can't see. All right, we're gonna do this. Hold on. All right, technical difficulties, guys. All right, give me ones in the chat. Ones in the chat if you can see my screen. One in the chat or two. One in the chat or two. Okay, it's good now. Okay, perfect. One. Okay, perfect. All right, guys. For some reason, all right, thanks again for everyone you guys pointed out for me, because apparently it's my screen is going. We're wrapping up shortly. It looks like the company, the office Wi-Fi is not necessarily the best right now, guys. But all this you can get access to for $297 a month. We're going to keep this a little short just for the sake of the fact that apparently the connection is not the best right now. So we're also going to be including some free bonuses are going to be included in there. Okay. I'm including bonuses for free to help you replace tools you already use. All right. And those bonuses are going to be, you have a way to manage your CRM and pipeline. All right. Let me make sure I put this up here. You have the ability to manage your CRM and pipeline. You can build unlimited sales funnels. You can go ahead and have a website builder, surveys, forms, run your email marketing, run your SMS marketing, whatever your marketing promotion is. You can go ahead and run them inside, and you can go ahead and, if you're using Calendar, if you're using tools like Calendar, you're using tools like cal.com, or you're using software like that for your automations, you don't have to do that anymore. You don't have to run those, but you can literally run them directly inside of the software. You can run them directly inside of the CRM. You can run them directly inside of the platform. All of this is being replaced when you get Rising Results. So Rising Results, the goal of Rising Results is to replace each and every one of these tools. Okay. So, it's to replace, and that you're getting that for just $297 a month. All right. Now, here is the link to get started. I'm going to go ahead and put the link right there. So that's the link to get started. And I'm going to open this now to some Q&A. I'm only going to take 3 questions, guys. I'm only going to take 3 questions. So please, for the next 19 minutes, 48 seconds, that's the countdown. We're going to keep the live going. I'm only going to take 3 questions, and then we can go ahead and I'm just going to leave this going until the timer is over for you guys to go. And then we're going to close access to the link. So you guys, we have 3 questions. So if you want to go ahead and drop your questions, and I'll answer them. Let's see, what was the first question? Any questions? Okay. How long of a learning curve is there? How long of a learning curve is there? Now, as far as the learning curve, I always like to say, I personally always advocate you get the year membership. When you get the year membership, you get it 3 months for free. We give you 3 months for free when you get the year membership. The reason why is because it's super easy to use the AI tool. It's super easy to plug and play, but we have extra bonuses. The extra bonuses that are in there, it's going to be a little bit of a longer learning curve. I always tell people, go on there, play around with the software, play around with the tool, play around with the email marketing solution, play around with those tools that are in there, because you can build an entire business inside of Advantage Pro, inside of Horizon. You can build your entire business inside of it. So learning curve, we've had people who've come in a matter of 2 weeks, a matter of a couple of days, not days, minutes, you can run an ad, right? But if you want to learn the automation system, a matter of 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you devote your time, you can learn, you can pretty much get going, pretty much. I've worked with leads before that didn't work. How good of a lead should I expect? Okay, so Dion, I think I'm saying Delon Aikis. How good of a lead should you expect? All right, so this is always what I like to say. Let's leave that question on screen until the next question comes up. This is always what I like to say is how good of a lead you should expect is very much dependent on how good of an ad you do. Now, the AI would design and create the ad for you using stock footages and stock images, or based off of your prompts to create an image. We don't have a video creator for the AI yet, but we can create images. You create an image, an AI image. How good of a lead you can expect, honestly, all varies on what you have to offer. Okay, the market's very competitive. I don't know what industry, what market you're in. I mean, if you want to give some more insights, I'm more than happy to share. But from what we've seen, we've had people all the way from hair care salons to insurance agents to real estate agents that use the platform. On the insurance side, it's very competitive. So I always like to say it's very competitive. So being frankly honest, it will take a lot of tweaking for you to be able to get quality leads from that. But if you're doing something very much like cleaning services, if you're doing real estate agents, you're doing all that stuff, usually you get about a decent quality. But as far as the lead, it depends on the platform. That's a big, very broad question. Any other questions? All right, so the end of the questions. Let the questions go, guys. Let the questions keep the questions coming. Keep the questions coming. How long does it take for people to see an increase in engagement on social media accounts? How long does it take? Okay, so organic posting, it all depends. It all depends on you and what you're doing. As far as if you are using using Advantage Pro to run ads, on average, you will see a decent engagement if you are advertising, because the social media platforms are obligated to push your content, and they have more data as far as people that will convert better, because it's not the name of the game is not about likes. The name of the game is about revenue, right? So that's the name of the game. So any other questions? And thanks, good question, Abigail. Very good question. Great question, guys. Dion, great question. Paulo, great question. Abigail Nieves, great question. Okay, Abigail posted this on YouTube. What's the difference between us versus doing ourselves or hiring an agency? Okay, Abigail, great question again. Great question. What's the difference between us doing this and basically or hiring an agency to do it? Honestly, you can hire an agency. I'd say if you want to, if you are somebody who has $5,000 to $6,000 a month to spend, hire an agency. Do it. I mean, heck, do it. But if you're someone who wants to cut costs, you want to be in a position in which you want to be able to have more control, scalability. Because if you're hiring $5,000, if you're paying an agency $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, here's what you don't understand. Here's the reality you really understand. Majority of that money is going into agency fees. We're not an agency. We're not taking an agency fee. You're just paying for the software. Any extra money you spend, you have more money to spend on ads. You have more money to use to actually spend on an advertising platform. From the ads I've run, videos usually convert better. Will the AI actually be creating the videos, or is it stock? It's stock videos. It's all stock. It's gonna be all stock videos. The AI does not create videos. Not yet. Not yet. I always like to say not yet. We don't know what's gonna happen in the future. Not yet. But that's something that maybe within the next year will probably be coming out. But don't quote me on that. Any other questions, guys? Okay, I'm gonna take the last question, and then we're gonna just leave the timer running, guys. And if it's stock videos, what measures do you take to ensure we're not all using the same videos or images if we're in the same niche? Great question. Great question. Great question. Tessa. I'm not probably probably butchering the name. What measures do you take to ensure we're not all? Now, here's the thing. It's all stock videos. So what does that mean? That means I always recommend this. I always say this is, oh, let me even put the links to sign up as well in the banner. Is it's all stock video. So what does that mean? That means yes, you and someone else in the same niche industry might get something similar. So what does that mean? That means that we recommend that you can use the AI prompts to create more images, or do a video of yourself and use those videos to pretty much put out there. Okay, that's pretty much it, guys. So that's all I have questions for today. So what we're gonna do, guys, is it's open right now. We've got 13:37 minutes. Let's go ahead and get people. You guys signed. Let's go ahead and get you signed up. And the links are right there on screen. And the link is also in the banner right there, guys. So in 13:26, we're going to end the webinar. We're going to end the live. All right. So go ahead and make sure you grab yourself. Go ahead and sign up for Rising Results.
Yeah.